Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Silvana. I'm a certified functional nutrition counselor and I love talking about all things wellness and nutrition. Some of the topics I'm going to be covering may be a little bit controversial and maybe not widely accepted by the wellness space, but I feel like these are topics that are important to talk about. And it's been a while since I made a video. I took a break last year because I realized, hey, I started my YouTube channel right before summer break. And essentially, I love family time. So I took a bit of a sabbatical, but I am back. And my first video back, I'd like to talk about something that I've been talking about on my Facebook and Instagram, and it's about generalized advice that is given by the wellness industry. Now, I talk about this in the realm of influencers who have zero training or idea of what your health history is, that are promising all types of playbooks and nutrition supplements that are going to solve all your problems. And listen, I'll be honest, I have in the past given generalized advice, and it's not because it was not well-intentioned, and it's not because there aren't influencers out there that are well-intentioned and giving generalized advice. For myself personally, I understand what it's like to feel frustrated and desperate, to feel unwell, and to be gaslit in a sense and dismissed by the medical community. That's not to say that the medical community are the bad guys. I have another video coming that is going to talk about the differences in role and how medical professionals have a completely different scope of practice, and they're certainly not meaning to not be able to help us. It's just what they're able to do with the resources and that they have, and because of what their scope of practice is. So I certainly have been in the past well-intentioned, because I know what it's like to come back with all the labs looking normal, feeling awful, and just not knowing where to go. So when I found something that worked, I shared it. And I know that there are still a lot of people out there that are well-intentioned and just want to help. But I also want to say that there is a huge difference, something that I noticed after my functional nutrition training, my postgraduate functional nutrition training with Andrea Nakayama when she was at the Functional Nutrition Alliance. It was an incredibly humbling experience, because I realized that, first of all, there's no way to know everything, but also knowing more means asking more questions. Rather than making assumptions, digging deep and asking all the questions so that I can apply clinical knowledge and practice into working with somebody, and then being able to make those recommendations that are going to be specific to that person. Because what worked for one person may not work for someone else. We are all bio-individual. Everything is connected and all things matter. Even those things that may seem insignificant potentially have a pretty significant play a significant clinical role, or at least a small role that may not be recognized when you just go and Google. And I know we've done it, I've done it, I've gone and I've researched what a specific lab means. But having that additional training really makes a giant difference. And it's so humbling to see all of that training play out in working with clients, in understanding that asking questions means more and plays a more significant role than just throwing out generalized advice that essentially could be harmful, and also a waste of money for many people, because I've spent hundreds of dollars on supplements monthly. I believe it was $200 per month, $200 per month on supplements. And really, they were not necessary. Not because supplements are not necessary. They were just not the right supplements for me, and I was just taking them because somebody said to. So this is what this video is about, I'm hoping to get through to people who are accepting generalized advice and who are being promised playbooks, that those things don't exist. Unless you're working with somebody, that space doesn't really exist. And I know a lot of people are well-intentioned. Not everyone. A lot of people are. But I think it's time that we start listening to the space and the providers that are asking the questions, because that's where the deep work begins. I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.